Greetings, everyone. Thanks for stopping by Moodog's Frugal RCs and more. We are in the research kitchen today having a look at a handy item for your RC work area. Now, I don't know about you guys, but for as far as I'm concerned, here in the research kitchen, I can never get enough light when I'm working on my RC cars, my RC quads, whatever I happen to be doing. I found this one on Amazon.com for $8.99. Now, I know there's more expensive ones out there, guys, but the name of the game is frugality. The name of the game is keeping more money in my pocket to buy more cool RC gear and share that stuff with you. But now we're looking at a multi-setting LED headlamp by a company called Lighting Ever. They are out of Hong Kong. They sell on Amazon and I believe some other sales platforms as well. But what we're looking at here, guys, is a pretty cool little light system here, and we'll look at that in just a second. But on the box you can see that it has the instructions on how to open up the battery compartment, how to insert the batteries. This does come complete with 3 AAA batteries, so I like that. 18 white LED lights and 2 red LEDs that do flash. Full brightness is at 78 lumens. You have a continuous low, medium, high brightness, and then a red flashing light. And again, the 3 AAA batteries that are included in the package. You may want to hang on to this because there are no included instructions or any kind of instruction sheet inside this package. I saw nothing. So this side of the box is just going to give us some basic information on the light system itself. Its temperature tolerances, negative 13 to positive 104 degrees Fahrenheit, or 40 and 25 degrees Celsius. A 15 degree kind of beam coming out of this, so it's not really a flood, not really a spot, somewhere in between. This is non-dimmable and has a very quick start time, 500 milliseconds. Pretty standard with LED bulbs. There is no warm-up time like there would be in a fluorescent light, so it's pretty much on is on and off is off. So that's pretty much it for the information on the box here. It's a pretty easy to use light system, and I'll show you right now how to put the batteries in and stuff. We'll take a look at the light system real quick before we do that. You can see on the front here, guys, that we have a nicely built kind of rubberized plastic, almost kind of a nylon impregnated feel. It doesn't feel cheap or chintzy or brittle. You do have a serviceable access here for the LEDs, so you can change that light out should you need to at any point. I don't know that I would at $8.99 for the whole system. I think when those lights start burning out, you just toss it out and get yourself a new one. But that being said, I think the build quality on here is feeling pretty good, guys. You have an open and close designation on here. This is where the batteries are housed, and then we have a multi-function, multi-position switch here for changing the brightness and for going to the LED reds. The red flashers are going to be to the right and left on the bottom here. So that's kind of cool. Now, this does have a little, I thought this was a battery hatch at first where it says LE here, but that's actually just a removable blank. So I'm assuming that there's other companies out there that are sticking their blanks in there to show their logo on here. So I think that's kind of what that all is. But let's go ahead and get this battery compartment opened up here, and we'll pop this open. Now, you can see there's rubber gaskets on both sides here, guys. I don't know that this is going to be really waterproof or water resistant. There is nothing on the box to indicate any water resistance, so just kind of buyer beware when it comes to that. But it is nice that they do have these little rubber gaskets on the ends here. So let's go ahead and pull this pod out, and it's basically just one of these types of pods. Now, you guys have flashlights at home. You've probably seen these things before, but you just basically follow your polarities, pop 3 batteries in the way they should go. This whole shebang slides into the housing here, and then you are off to the races. Now, there is an arrow here to show you what side gets slid into the track, and there is a little track in here, if you guys can see that or not, but there's a small track right here, these two little ears here. Basically is a track that goes about an inch or so back to kind of guide that in. So we'll go ahead and pop this into place here, guys, slide that in, and we'll put our cover back on, and that's nothing more than just kind of following this little notch and turning it to the closed position. Looking at the rest of the light, we can see that everything is that nice plastic. We have a kind of a positive click detent here for different positions when you're wearing this. It looks like this is serviceable to some extent. You can see on the bottom here, guys, there are screws here. I don't know if that's to change the tension of these detents or what exactly that is, maybe to replace parts should you need to. I'm not quite sure why that is that way, but it's nice that you can take it apart if you have to or need to, or like me, want to. We do have a sweat pad in front here. I don't know how absorbent that's going to be. It feels like just a piece of foam rubber stuck on there, but the band on here itself, guys, is going to incorporate a skull band as well as the one that goes around your head. The skull band has an adjustability on it, as does the one that goes around the circumference of your melon. Now, this is feeling kind of like terry cloth almost, so I think there's going to be some absorbency to it, and the elastic feels pretty robust and pretty decent. I think this will last for a while. I have no problem believing that this will last a while. Let's go ahead and dim the lights in here, and I'll go ahead and turn this on and show you guys what this looks like. Okay, well, on the first setting, guys, we're going to have two LEDs lit up in the center, and I'll show you guys how much light that throws. If you can see that, it throws a little bit of light there, and it's still kind of daylight here yet, so it's not going to be a real good representation. But seriously, how often do we work in pitch black? Unless we're like in a power outage or something and you have to hit a breaker to get your power back on. Here is the second setting on here, guys. The button feels really good too. It doesn't feel cheap or chintzy, and it doesn't feel like one of them heavy spring-loaded jobs that can get mucked up and gummed up and not work. So it feels pretty good. Now that is with 10 LEDs lit, and then we'll go for the last one here. And that is 18 LEDs. Not a super big powerhouse here, guys. Not one of those military-grade lights or anything like that. But I think for working inside the house, doing what I'm going to be doing with it, and that's using it for working on RC vehicles, just for extra lighting, for pinpoint lighting. Even working on a car, I suppose you could use something like this, and it would work out fine. But I think this is going to be just what the kitchen ordered, just what the Moodog needs to get the job done around here. The last setting, guys, is going to be the red LED flashers, and I can pull that out in front here and show you guys the red LED flashers. So pretty nice quality so far, guys. I did not check the voltage on these included batteries, but they are lead acid batteries. They're nothing to write Aunt Edna about. They're nothing really too special, but the fact that they included them at all, I think, is a nice gesture at the very least. So that's pretty much it for this one, guys. I think that this is going to serve a good purpose around the research kitchen for getting the job done on my RC vehicles. I've got some upgrades I'm going to be doing shortly on a quadcopter. I'm going to be putting some antennas on the actual body of a SEMA quadcopter, and I'm going to be using this during that video shoot, and that's going to be coming up in a couple of weeks. I got some stuff coming in from China yet. I'm still waiting on it, so have no fear. More RC stuff will be here. That's pretty much it. If you guys liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, give it a thumbs down. We'll see y'all in the next one, and God bless the Republic.